And if we're going to talk about some other institutions that are propped up by lies, then maybe we want to talk about Hollywood, because we're now on day like 112 or something like that of the writers' strike. And we're all better for it, because there might actually be some reform in Hollywood and they will quit pumping out woke crap if we can maintain our resolve. Now, these strikers in these studios are probably going to come to terms really, really soon. But the question is when they return, should we allow them? I mean, the Rachel Zeglers of the world are doing their best to make sure that we never watch a minute of the new Snow White show or movie that's coming out. But needless to say, there's going to be more shows that come out when this strike ends, and we're going to have to make sure that we maintain resolve, not only boycotting the platforms that deserve to be boycotted, but also not settling for the kind of crap that Hollywood has been pumping out for years now. And so just recently, a brand new Disney Plus show was reviewed, and the reviews sound amazing. So it's tempting to tune back in, but I want to try to tell you why it's best that we don't. But here's what some of the reviewers had to say about the new Ahsoka series. Critics offered up their first thoughts on social media for Star Wars Ahsoka series on Disney Plus after viewing screeners for the first 2 episodes. Posting quick reviews on X, formerly Twitter, the first reactions were largely positive, with critics praising Rosario Dawson's performance as well as the series' action sequences and its Star Wars lore connections. Collider's Stephen Weintraub was impressed with the action and the story told in the first 2 episodes, noting that it's super easy to follow, even for those who haven't seen Star Wars, The Clone Wars, or Star Wars Rebels. Quote, first 2 episodes of Ahsoka are really good, even if you've never seen Rebels or Clone Wars. It's super easy to follow, impressed with the action and how it's all story. No side missions or filler. Can't wait to see episode 3. Wish I could watch future episodes on a movie screen. So the show is going to air very soon, and the temptation to see it will be very palpable. I want to encourage some of you to keep up your boycotting motivations, though, because I know it will wear down. I'm actually very interested in seeing this show, and I thought Rosario Dawson did a fantastic job on The Mandalorian, and I even think she stuck it to woke culture a little bit, but I want to just reassure you. I want you to hunker down and stay in the bunker and remove yourself from Disney so that they can once again repent and become a good place where we don't have Rachel Zegler saying this kind of nonsense about Snow White. So let me just give you some food for thought to help you keep up your boycott resolve. You know Disney is going to destroy this, right? Even if the first 2 episodes are truly as great as people say that they are, which highly skeptical, but I can understand how you're like, all right, well, maybe this is a little bit different, but here's how you know it's not different. First of all, it's got a female lead. I'm not against female leads, but you saw what they did to Star Wars. You saw what J.J. Abrams did to this great franchise that was one of the most important franchises in cinematic history. It was absolutely destroyed by a female lead, mainly because Kathleen Kennedy is still at the helm of Star Wars. So you can expect more female-driven Star Wars stories from Lucasfilms, says Kathleen Kennedy. And when they come, there's not going to be balance to the Force. There's going to be more crap that you roll your eyes to. This is men and women alike. So let me just assure you, you don't have to watch episode 1 and episode 2 only to find in episode 3 that it sucks. It's going to. They're going to destroy everything. That's what deconstructionists do. But here's how you can keep up your resolve. Here's the second thing, is that if you're going to keep up your resolve against watching these shows and supporting Disney Plus so that they can finally start making good stuff, you're going to have to replace it with something else. Now, I don't know enough about this game to say whether or not it's really going to be a replacement. And I myself am not a gamer. I'm 40 for crying out loud. And if you are a gamer, get a job. But for those of you who are on the younger side of things, Gate Zero just released a game, and I think it's called Bible X Games or something like that. And I know, trust me, I can already tell you think this is going to be corny, but just give it a chance. Watch the graphics and look at kind of some of the gameplay on the screen now. Now, for those of you who are just watching this, what you can tell is that the game engine for this game is really, really great. Fantastic graphics. It seems that it's kind of an open world. You get to travel around Jerusalem in the first century. Again, I don't know exactly what the gameplay is going to be because this game is still in development. But as you can tell, certainly one of the best quality Christian games that has ever been created. And can you think of a more interesting time to show? So if there is any hope of moving forward and actually creating good content, it's not going to come from the mainstream anymore. We have to put our efforts behind things like Bible X Games and Gate Zero. So I think there's ways that you can support this game. I don't know enough about it, but suffice to say, there is hope for replacing some of these things with actually really good alternatives. And then most importantly, if you're going to keep up your resolve for boycotts, you need to have some self-respect. Remember when your girlfriend spit in your face and keyed your car, and do not go back to her. Help them wake up. Zachary Levi is doing just that. Now, you may know him as Shazam, or you may know him as Chuck, but any way you know him, listen to this bravery coming from this man's mouth. Speaking at Fan Expo Chicago on Saturday and reported by Entertainment Weekly, the 42-year-old actor took a shot at studio filmmaking. I personally feel like the amount of content that comes out of Hollywood that is garbage. I personally feel like the amount of content that comes out of Hollywood that is garbage, they don't care enough to actually make it great for you guys, Levi said, reportedly to an enthusiastic applause. They don't. How many times do you watch a trailer and go, oh my God, this looks so cool? Then you go to the movie and it's like, this is what I get? They know that once you're already there, you've bought the ticket and you're in the seat, they've got your money. And the only way for us to change any of it is not to go to the garbage. We have to actively not choose the garbage. It'll help. It'll help a lot. So my man is correct. And one of the things that we need not forget about this writer's strike is that the writers and the actors are really out of touch with reality, and they're demanding more money. But the studios are on the other end saying, well, guys, we're not getting the views and the kind of money that we used to get because people are tuning out of this crap stuff that you're writing for these actors to then act out. We don't need another diverse cast and another female-led series. We just need good content, for crying out loud. For those of you geniuses over here on the left, on the picket lines that are writers and actors, and think to yourself, oh, I have the next brilliant idea for the next great movie. The lead character, wait for it, he's gonna be gay. For those of you who think that's originality and actually is a compelling storyline, you are part of the problem. The writers' strike and the actors' strike and the studios who are in an impasse because of the money that they see coming in, this is all created because the woker Hollywood has gotten, the less the audience wants to watch their crap. And if we don't make them feel that pain, they will not change. So if you actually want good stuff coming out of Hollywood, then trust me, it's not going to happen by you just waiting and watching the garbage they give you. It's going to happen because you let them know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are not interested in their woke garbage anymore, that you have higher standards than that. So please have some self-respect and do not run back to Disney+. So you just got done watching a small excerpt of a much larger episode. You can find the link to that full episode down below in the description of this video. So you definitely want to check that out, because if you like that clip, you'll like the much larger episode. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click that little bell to be notified when great new episodes of Indie Thinker come your way. Thanks for watching.